Silo! Hello! I missed you guys. I hope everyone's doing well. Hello. I saw some of you ask how I'm doing, and we're not like better. We're not 100% better, but I'm doing better than I was earlier in the week. I missed you guys, though. I hope everyone's
welcome.
I hope everything's going well. You guys already know this. I hate not being able to stream. I hate not being able to hang out. It sucks ass. Okay, I've just been like dying in corners around my apartment, but I hope everyone is doing well. Ubagi, thank you for the 10 months. Thank you. Welcome back. I did miss you guys. But I figured I probably won't be able to stream for too long today, and I'll like let you in on the whys. But yeah, I'm hoping that I don't know if I'll be able to go right back into my usual schedule next week, but I will have streams for sure next week again. They might just be, you know, shorter streams than we usually end up doing. They're depending on how the beginning of the week goes. I might have to figure out how to do TTS for the end. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But I want to get back to hanging out. I don't like taking time off. Wumpy, thank you for the 6 months as well. Thank you. Yeah. So it's not just like, yeah, it's when I'm saying like I had to take some time off for health stuff, it's not like acute sickness. Like it's not like, you know, like when people get flus or COVID or things like that. It's a little bit different. Thank you, Jello Noel. We're only having a short one. I'm not gonna push myself too much or anything to stream, but I just wanted to, like, you know, let you guys know what's going on a little bit more acute. No, acute, like an acute triangle. Acute, A-C-U-T-E, all one word. Yeah, which is like, you know, something that's like comes on quickly and is short term sort of thing. Yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, so, some of the issues that I've been dealing with are things that you guys like already know, and some of them have gotten magically better, which is fucking fantastic. But now I'm dealing with other things. So, for example, I went to the doctor's on like early last week, and it was like the first time. I've never wanted to punch a doctor that badly before. It was bad. It was so bad. So my jaw, I've talked about having TMJ, like jaw issues before, but it was really, really bad to the point where like talking hurt, like it felt like someone was stabbing me in the face. I couldn't chew, so I couldn't eat for a couple of days, and I did kind of semi-mention that on Discord, because we were talking about blending chicky nuggies and things. But yeah, like it was really not good. It really fucking hurt. And so I went into a walking clinic because my usual doctors are kind of not, they're, you know, doctors take vacations too and shit. Anyway, so I went into a walking clinic and they were like, oh, like it hurts? And I was like, yes. And here's the history, here's the background. And they were like, oh, well, you're a young woman, so it can't be that bad. It'll get better, don't worry. And I was like, it's been like 2 years. And they were like, oh, don't worry about it. It's a really strong muscle. Like the jaw is a lot of strong muscles. I bet you could even hold yourself up, your whole body up, just with your jaw. Even now, even if you think it hurts. But you don't have to worry about it, because you're a young woman. And blah, 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 blah. And I was like, are you kidding me? What? And so like I started raising my voice because I'm an impatient bitch, and we all fucking know that, okay? So I was like, well, can I get, like, can you send me for images at the very least? Can you send me in for imaging? Because it really fucking hurts, and every time I open my mouth, even just to talk, I can hear crunching by my ear. Like it doesn't sound good. And this bitch was like, oh, images won't help your pain. I know images won't help my pain. Also, by the way, for images, if you're not, I mean like x-rays or CTs or things like that. Anyway, and he was like, oh, images won't help your pain. And I was like, I know that, but images help you get a diagnosis so that you can tell me why it hurts, so maybe I can figure out how to make it hurt less. And oh, you don't need images. You don't need a diagnosis. You're a young lady. You're a young woman. Don't worry about Anyway, because he's like, oh, like, it's okay. I think it's okay to say when you don't know when things are wrong, and I don't know. And so, like, I was just like, so that's it. You're like, you're not even gonna try. And he was like, you know, maybe I'm just not the doctor for you. Maybe you should just go to another doctor. And I was like, really? That's it? Like, you're not gonna try to help me. You're not gonna send me for images to get a diagnosis. You're just gonna say maybe go to someone else. And he was like, yeah, just go to someone else. You know, you're a young woman. You'll be fine. No, it took everything in me not to deck this doctor. Oh. I was so angry. It was an older man. It was an older man. Yeah, it was like a grandpa man. Like, I was complaining to a lot of my friends afterwards, and I was like, how old do I have to be to not be considered too young to be in pain? Also, because, like, I'm not like the youngest girly whirl out there. Like, there are many people who are, at least in the raccoon world, there are many people who are my age who have, like, kids, like multiple. You know, I'm not the youngest Tanuki out there. I'm sure there's many raccoons at the very least, and I'm sure if I could figure out how to convert that into human years, it would be the same, right? Like, I'm not that young. It was not a good time. Next day, I did go to another doctor. Okay, so I didn't go the same day because in Raccoonadia, you can only do one visit per day because they won't take you. They don't get paid for more than one. So the next day I went to another place, another clinic, and I said, you know, same thing. Here's my history. Here's this and that. And the doctor was like, oh, open and close your mouth for me slowly. And I was like, And this doctor was like, oh, can you do that again? And I was like, yeah, and he was just like, oh, your jaw has scoliosis. And I was like, what? And so, yeah, my jaw has been dislocated, or at the very least, misplaced for 2 years. Which explains why the pain was only ever getting worse. But I've been to multiple doctors, and they're all just like, oh, you're a young woman, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, so, my jaw, it's been 2 years, and it's only ever gotten. So if you can, yeah, so if you know, it hurt at, like, fuck. Yeah, so, I have yawned for the first time in 2 years without being in massive amounts of pain in the last couple of days, and it's fucking insane. It is absolutely crazy. But all of the muscles in my face really fucking hurt now. Because they're used to being in the wrong place. Because my jaw's just been misaligned this entire time. Yeah, and so this doctor was like, do you have an RMT? And I was like, I do. And he was like, okay, you need your RMT to do, like, jaw-specific things, because otherwise your muscles are just gonna, like, pull your jaw back into the place that they currently think it should be in, which is not where it should actually be. And I was like, cool. So it's not, like, all better, because now the muscles hurt, like, they're really fucking sore. And the more that I talk, obviously, the more that they want to tense and get more sore, which is part of the reason why we have to do some shorter streams when I come back. Yeah, so, you know, that's fun. And Martian Prince, welcome to the Tricksters. Welcome. But yeah, a friend of yours lived with a dislocated shoulder for 5 years? Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly. That sounds about right. An RMT is a registered massage therapist, so not just like a relaxation therapist, but someone who went to school and had to like learn medical shit. Anyway, so now I have to go to the RMT every week or two, specifically for my jaw. I already went for like my neck and back and stuff, but now also my jaw. Need a full medical exam? Yeah, well, if I could find a family doctor, that'd be great. But instead, I just go to very specific walk-in places usually, but all of my usual doctors are away. Anyway, like a chiropractor, kind of, yeah, similar idea. Like they have to be like certified and stuff. Yeah. I thankfully have most of it covered. I don't have 100% coverage for massage, but it's like 70% covered. So instead of costing me like $100 every time I go, it costs me like $35 or something, which is like better than most people, because you know you need pretty good insurance generally to get completely covered for RMT. But yeah, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. No more jumping in front of the cars. You say that, but I did almost get hit by a car recently as well, because that's approximately my luck. You don't know many women blood tested? Yeah, well, you know, that's its own thing. They the most recent blood test I did, they did lose it. So there's that. Sexy, thank you for the one. Thank you. Yeah. So that's problem one. Problem two is that my throat is just constantly getting worse, and I'm like 95% certain what the problem is. Thankfully, I have started up on some like exercises and like laryngeal massages and stuff. Because the problem is I can't actually get it properly looked at until I can get diagnosed. And the diagnosis that I'm near certain that I have, you need to go to an EMT, which is a specialist. So I have to convince a walk-in doctor to send me to a specialist so that I can get a diagnosis and then go to a voice specializing speech pathologist.
Welcome on in.
Which is its own fucking problem. But I promise I've been doing like exercises and massages and taking care of things. I have been doing my very best to make sure I can, not get worse, as it were. And Jello Noel, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. And if you did get hit by one of those, please do make sure to thank our lovely Jello Noel and welcome on in. Yes. And then, so that's its own thing. And then also, sort of akin to that, I was also being tested for cancer. Which at this point, it has come back that, there's a very low chance that it's actually cancer, so we're good. We're fine. We're perfect. Tanuki is like 99% cancer-free, so that's great. So, you know, it's been a time. My body is doing its best. We're gonna put it that way. But, you know, I do have some other new things, and I'm just really tired. Some of my medication makes me really tired right now. But we're doing, you know what? We're doing okay. Might as well test the whole caboodle. Yeah, that too. Should be 100%. Well, I haven't gotten there's one last result that I'm waiting back on before I can say 100%. There's one more test to come back. And Juicebox, welcome back. Happy 9 months as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah, if you're, I just kind of wanted to give like a general update of like, I promise I'm doing my very best to take care of myself. There's even salad for me in the fridge. Wow. There's even salad for me in the fridge. Yeah, I don't know. You guys already know that I'm not overly fond of taking breaks, so I didn't want to like worry people too much. I wanted to give a little bit of an update. So I am doing a little bit better than I was. And we're working to get to get all the way back to normal as well. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's been, I mean, some of you have noticed already, because I've definitely gotten some Maros and some other things that are like, please take care of yourself. Please make sure you're not pushing yourself too far. And yeah, I know. Look, I don't like taking breaks. I don't like disappointing people. I've said this before, okay? I've said this before. But then I kind of realized that I had to, at the very least this week, because I was just not doing okay. And the last stream that I did was only like 3 hours long or something. But like the day after that, I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain from like my jaw and my throat, and like all of the muscles were just not, it was not a good time. And I was like, oh, okay, well, all right. If I can't even get through what for me is like a very normal length stream, 3 hours for me really isn't that long. We've done like, that's really average, if not under average for me most of the time. So I was like, okay, if I can't even do this right now, I definitely do need to take a little bit of a moment and chill. And yeah, the Overcooked collab, that had nothing to do with me being sick. That was everything to do with my computer also apparently joining me and trying to fucking die early. I think it was just the Unreal Engine, I think, was having a problem with my PC, because I haven't been able to get it to crash since I got the game to crash multiple times when I tested it myself afterwards. But I couldn't get like the blue screens, because I got multiple. I got 3 blue screens, and it's the first time I've had blue screening issues since the last time we had computer problems, and I really don't fucking want to deal with that. My assumption is that it was a little bit of overheating and then a little bit of Unreal Engine, because the game was crashing afterwards, so... Hopefully I've got that all. Hopefully that's all out of its system now, and when we do get back to playing some games this coming week, it'll be perfectly a-okay. Hate jaw pain, especially when it locks. Yeah, mine definitely has done multiple jaw locks and things. It was jaw dislocation and or misalignment. Yeah, for a long period of time there. So yeah, I haven't had to deal with it. Still clicks. I don't think you guys can hear it. I can hear it in my head. It still clicks because now all the muscles are super tense and stuff. But like I said, I'm finally able to like yawn without wanting to fucking die, which is fantastic. I can now get 3 of my finger, which is like normal. Apparently the normal like amount you're supposed to open your mouth and they test for it is like 3 fingers. That if you can get 3 fingers like between your teeth, like that is a normal amount of jaw opening. Now I can do that now, and I was not able to actually fucking do that before. But I can still hear crunchies in the jaw, like in the joint, because that's so close to your ear. Yeah, so it's still crunchy, you know, it is what it is. But it's much better than it used to be. It's much better than it used to be. And Memento, welcome back. Happy 8 months as well. Happy 8 months. Oh my god, you dislocate your jaw every time you yawn? No, Wumpy, are you okay? That sounds fucking terrible. That sounds terrible. But not the most, it's not uncommon, because once you dislocate a joint once, it's way easier for it to dislocate, which is the reason that I'm gonna have to keep going to an RMT, because it'll be very easy for my muscles to misalign my jaw until my body figures out that, hey, that's not the way to actually exist. Please stop doing that. Yeah, anyway. Massaging the muscle behind your ears, yeah. So I do have a whole bunch of massages and like exercises that I have to do now. Some for my jaw and some are for my my voice box, for my larynx. Like if you, I don't know, some of you guys might know what laryngeal massage is. It's decently uncomfortable, and part of it is literally finding the hyoid bone, which is like the bone that's in the neck and like on top of all that cartilage, and then you literally like move the bone and the fucking pipe that it's connected to side, softly and slowly. But it's really hard to do when the muscles are really tense, and all my muscles are really, really tense in my fucking throat. Because what I'm pretty sure I have, I think Amoria Senpai has said that she has it, and it's, muscle tension dysphonia, which is essentially, I've talked about this before too, it's just your body has learned how to talk incorrectly or relearned after being sick or something usually. Yeah, and so it's only ever progressively worse because your body gets more and more tired with muscles being used incorrectly. And so that's why I'm trying really hard to get that diagnosed and figure that out. I am lucky enough that I do have a couple of acquaintances who work in the field, so I've gotten exercises and stuff to help me out and to like make the muscles in my throat less angry and tense. But yes, I do promise I've been trying to take care of myself. I never usually do a ton of warm-ups. Usually I just do a little bit before I start stream, but I've been actually, you know, I did my whole exercise muscle thing before stream, and I'll do it afterwards as well. So memberships are paying for Cyon RMT. Yeah. You're not incorrect. That is what it's gonna be for a hot second. Yeah, it's the RMT fund. But you know, I'm happy that at the very least my jaw issues are figured out. They're not 100% better, but they're figured out now, you know? Now it's just a matter of maintenance, and I can do that. I can do maintenance if I have to, you know? It's fine. It's kind of like, you know, feeding myself or feeding the bunnies. It's something that now I just have to do. It's gonna have to become part of my normal. Everyone donate. San gives till literally. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so if you're wondering why streams might be a little shorter for a hot second, that's
Thanks for joining.
Jay, thank you as well for the gifted membership to Phoenix. Thank you. Yes. And I know that I haven't been putting out like membership videos and things for a little bit. This is also part of the reason why, because after streaming, I would be in my throat would be in a decent amount of pain, and so I was kind of just not talking at all between streams. I would go, I would stream and then I would have like vocal rest until the next time I streamed, unless I happened to be on the Minecraft server and I was helping people. So I ended up, I know I kind of let those fall to the wayside. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I probably should have paced myself a little bit better. You know, I probably should have. I hate being wrong too, but yeah, people were right when they were saying that I possibly pushed myself a little bit more than I should have, and so now I get to deal with it.
Behind $25 RMT fund.
Thank you for the RMT fund, and Brassmack, thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate it. Thank you for hitting us there. Yes. But yeah, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna do better. I'll listen to you guys. I'm gonna try not to push myself quite as much, at least for a little bit, until we've gotten things a little bit more under control. And by we, I mean me, because I need to take accountability for that and deal with it myself. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. We know you. We can't really stop you from doing what you want. I know. But thank you guys for trying to hold me accountable, even if I didn't do it to myself. I don't know. I just, you know, I think it's more fun to just be able to like come and talk and hang out and do silly things and like play games and yeah, I don't know. I would much rather do this with my time than like what I've been doing this week, which is lay in bed in pain and read manhwa. Sit on the floor with the bunnies and read more manhwa, play phone games. I downloaded some phone games and they're really bad, but I've been playing them because like I was like, what the fuck else am I? Like I can't talk, so what am I gonna do? What am I supposed to do? Genshin? No, I didn't re-download Genshin. No, I was like, I was hoping and praying that it wouldn't last that long, and thankfully I didn't, because you guys would have had to deal with Genshin streams if I'd re-downloaded that. I've missed so much content. Yeah. Switch between talking and work gaming TTS. Yeah. I'm gonna try to not push myself enough that I need to use TTS, but we'll see. Again, like I said, if I go too hard at the beginning of a week, maybe the last couple of streams will have to be TTS or something, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. I haven't watched the new VTuber anime yet because I'm trying to I tend to like watching things in sprints. Like I like binging things. So I'm gonna try to wait until there's like 5 episodes and then go, and then wait for the next set and then go. I don't like watching things one at a time. You guys know that I'm really impatient, and that's yeah. I don't like that. I don't like waiting. I want to watch it all at once. Half an hour is not enough time.
Has left behind $100. Geez, woman, don't be dying on us.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I promise I'm trying really hard not to die on you guys, all right? I'm trying hard not to. I do promise. I have actually been attempting to eat slightly healthier, and I've been going on walks and stuff. I mean, I always go on walks. You guys know I can't drive, so walking is like my main way to get around. So like I walk for an hour a day. Just getting to and from Raccoon World work. I say a day. I walk an hour a day Monday to Wednesday. But I do walk everywhere, so that is, good because that's healthy. But I have been actively trying to do more. And like I said, there's specific exercises and massages and stuff that I have to do now just to have some upkeep. But hello Phantom, hello, welcome. Yeah, it was not apparently. Which, kind of explains why the pain was getting worse and worse over the last year of me streaming full-time.
Jello Noel has left behind $100 RMT fund. And a free calculus pickup line.
Ooh.
I wish you were my derivative, so I can lie tangent to your curves.
I like that. Thank you for the dono. I do appreciate it, and also thank you for the nerdy pickup line. That's very fun. Ooh, also, I haven't. I mean, I say I've been laying here. I have been laying here most of the week because I haven't been able to talk, and I really wanted to. Like I said, I've been slacking on the membership videos because I haven't been able to talk after streaming. So I was planning, I was like, I could maybe talk enough to get one of those out. And then I had to record for something instead. You guys are gonna like that, I promise. It'll be something good. Yes, I wasn't able to. But I haven't just been sitting here. I have also been chatting to people. And when I say chatting, I specifically mean in text. And by people, I specifically mean artists. So there is, it is for certainty now that the Daki art for the birthday reward for you guys is on its way. That is 100% actually getting worked on. I've gotten the poses back, but they're very cute. I think you guys will like it very much. There is one caveat, and that is that they do the artist was like, you want me to draw what on one side? And I was like, oh, if you can't draw the weirdly humanoid informant, you can just draw 2 of me and I'll make them their own separate art. That's fine. So the informant, you guys are going to be on both sides of the docky, but both sides, the main bit of art is me. Apologies. I will draw you your own silly, stupid, scuffy looking informant docky, cause they didn't want to. Piloting the body. See, well, I can say that you will be squished against me in both pieces of art. Yes. Dakimakura. D-A-K-I. Dakimakura. Yeah. Like the long pillow art. Yes. So, apologies. One side will not have the informant professionally drawn, but I will draw. I will draw a silly little informant doggy art. No, it's not super. It's not super spicy. It's not. Mainly because I did promise that I was going to get it physically made for myself. So I didn't really want to have a super lewd me on my bed. I thought that would feel so weird. That would feel so wrong. But when it is done, you guys will, of course, all be getting it. You will all have access to it. The file should theoretically be good enough that it is, you can actually, if you so desired, print it yourself on a docky, because that is the general purpose of this particular piece of art, or technically two pieces of art. And I also talked to the artist who does our wallpapers usually. She's been really busy doing a lot of different stuff and with her own life stuff. So, but I can promise that there is a piece of art that is coming that should hopefully be here by the end of the month, because that's when so there should be a cute wallpaper hopefully soon as well for the membership. Yes. Yeah, oh, Cherry, yes. I'm probably gonna actually poke her again either tonight or tomorrow just to make sure, but on a scale from 1 to Suri commissioned Valentine's wallpaper, where's the docky at? I don't know yet. I've only seen the rough of it and like the posing. I haven't seen what they're planning, how they're planning on doing the outfittage yet. But one side will have my birthday art outfit, which is like just a long shirt and some shorts. And the other side should have essentially the same outfit that Suri drew me in, which is like black panties with my shirt open. So you know, somewhere between one side will be more cute, one side will be more teasy, is the hope. Yes. Yay. And thank you, Bash. I hope you're having a good night. Yes. Speaking of Suri, I also will be commissioning Suri. I've decided for the I owe you guys a wallpaper that is an animated wallpaper. I don't know how long the loop will be, but I will be commissioning Suri for that. I believe as long as she has time, that is the hope. And I'm thinking that I'll be commissioning Echo for the lewd, like NSFW art that I owe you guys as well. That hasn't been set in stone yet, because I know all the girlies are super busy with all of their own things as well. But yeah, there are plans. There are many plans. I promise. I'm not just leaving you guys out in the void or something. The brain does sometimes go burr. The problem is, sometimes the brain go burr too hard and it throws ideas out the window, and then I don't remember where the ideas are because there's nothing there to catch them. Yes. Hadn't even crossed my mind. Yeah. There's many things. I'm trying to keep track of everything, but sometimes, you guys already know the Tanuki brain is a little bit of a sieve sometimes. But I am out here doing my best. As long as you come back from the void, it's okay. Well, hopefully, yeah, that's, you know. We sure hope that we're not living in the void. We sure hope so. We sure hope so. Brain went burst so hard it dislocated the Tanuki's jaw. Yeah, see, that's the thing is like, I don't quite understand. I don't really know when it dislocated. I don't really know how it dislocated. I half wonder if maybe it's like when I passed out one time, I just hit it funny. Now, I say that, I know some of you are gonna be like, what the fuck, you passed out? That used to be a more normal thing for me. I don't really pass out very often anymore, I promise. Although I did when I wasn't able to eat, but I feel like that's not like a me problem. I think anyone would pass out if they weren't able to eat and it was really warm. So, I vote that that was not my own fault. I vote that that was just a bad circumstance. Yes. Could be for something as simple as a hard sneeze. I guess so, I guess. Could happen during dental work. No, the thing is I know exactly when it happened. I know exactly when it happened. And that's why I'm like, I can't think of a single thing that like is a for sure this is the reason it dislocated. So, yeah. No, it wasn't just from the heat. It was a combination of the heat and I wasn't able to eat because my jaw pain was so bad. So, yeah. But other than that, I haven't passed out in like 2 or 3 years. So, we're doing okay. We're doing pretty okay. Slept wrong probably. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that could possibly be it. Or like, you know, maybe it was like a medication or something had a side effect of teeth grinding, because I know that that can sometimes put pressure on your jaw, but that's not just like pressure. So like, unless it like really pissed off the muscles and then they pulled too hard and like just fucking dislocated the entire jaw, I don't see how that could have been it, but like, I guess theoretically that could have run. I don't know. It probably doesn't help that I like, I'm sure you guys fucking already know this as well. I'm really expressive with my face when I talk. As if you guys wouldn't fucking know that already. I'm really expressive with my face when I talk. Which also has not, you know, probably not been the greatest for my jaw and throat pain. Because my face I kind of just move everything all over the place. And I don't know, but there's one thing that I'm not 100% sure like comes across quite as much. Looking at myself though, I can see it like because I know, but the side, my face kind of pulls over to one side, right? Like over that way, right? Even if I smile, I don't know if it comes across completely, but yeah, so I kind of do pull over to the one side, and that was the side that had the most pain and the side that was off the most. And so in part, it was definitely, I probably wasn't helping myself out, so you know. It's fine though, it's okay. Forget to listen because you're looking at my express. Oh well, I'm glad that you guys, I'm glad that you guys enjoy them. My mom and pa Hart fucking hate it. They're like, why do you not sit still when you're talking? Why are you like this? Well, mental illness. I got a weird kind of spicy in me. I'm not the one who sits there quietly and talks about stuff, okay? I'm gonna do what I do. Which I guess is not always necessarily, not necessarily, well enjoyed. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it works really well for this. It works really well for the purposes in my life in particular, you know? Yes, 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 yes. Expressions are cool, though. I like to think so, too. Actually, expressions were one thing that I was really, really worried about because if I couldn't figure out what the fuck is up with my, like, what was up with my jaw, honestly, it still might be an issue depending on if I can get the muscles to fuck off and stop being so tight. One of the, like, it's kind of like a last resort, yet it's decently common treatments when it comes to, like, jaw pain is to get Botox in the jaw, because then the muscles can't pull it out of place. Of course, that also means that you can't generally move your face the way that you want to. So it's really not something I want to do. That's kind of like if I can't get my jaw to settle down and it like pulls it out of place again, and I end up like fucking, you know, it goes back to how it was, and my jaw gets discombobulated again. That's kind of like a last ditch thing, but I certainly hope it doesn't get to that point, because I like being expressive. I don't know. I mean, there's certain people who are very much like, don't make sure not to smile so that you don't get wrinkles. Make sure that you don't move your forehead so that you don't get wrinkles. I don't understand that. Just live your life. Just live your life, you know? Hello, Lilith. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Yes. Had a druggie complain in front of your face that you were wiggling too much because you were stretching? Oh, man. I can't imagine. And thank you for checking in, 1B. I'm doing okay. I have, I don't know if you can hear, sometimes I am like pushing on my face a little bit, trying to help the it's mainly, actually my throat's doing better than I thought it was going to be doing. Because that's the thing that I was worried about the most. But actually, I think that the exercises and the massages that I did before I started streaming today really helped, so I'm going to be doing them afterwards as well. The thing that is currently the most pain is my jaw. Because the muscles are angry. They're angry. They've been angry the whole time, though. Because, yeah, like I said, they're not in a place that they want to be right now. But... Yeah. But yes, I hope everyone's been doing okay. It has been a warm and uncomfortable week. It has been a warm and uncomfortable week. Nothing to take my mind off of things.
Welcome.
I think that's the worst part. I think that's the worst part, you know? And Vigor, thank you for the 10 months. Thank you. There's no such thing as a free super, but thank you for the 10 months. I do appreciate it. Yeah. There's been nothing to take my mind off of it because I've been trying to get better. And, you know, I haven't been able to, like, you know, stream or play games or just chill, so the jaw still hurts whether you're talking or not. It does, yeah. It's more sore now than when I'm not talking, but it's sore all the time currently. Yeah. Oh. I don't think it's smoky here at the moment. Unless it's smoky and I haven't noticed yet. I don't know, I haven't noticed that it's smoky. Maybe ice it a little? Yeah, I don't know if I'll be using ice or heat. I've been told to use both, so I'm not sure which one is the better option. Also. Yeah. I don't know if does anyone else's throat, okay, so if you like, if you move your throat down, that sounds so weird. Like, you know how when you yawn, the beginning of a yawn, your whole throat kind of moves downward, right? And you can feel it move downward. Does anyone else's click? You know, if you go make that movement, like, just the movement of like moving your throat down, and it just goes click, click, click. No. Yeah, yours does. Yours might also be really tight then. So, it's like, I mean, most joints kind of do it, right? Like, you can, like, roll your joint and, like, wait, can you hear this? Wait. Oh, maybe, probably not, because the, music is always... Ow, that was, sorry, I hit the mic. It looks like you could hear probably some of that. But that, like, pop, pop, pop that, like, a lot of joints can do, my throat's doing that, which is... So that's its own thing. Yeah, and so the popping there, that wasn't my throat. That was my shoulder. Which is in and of itself a problem. That was me rolling that's just rolling my shoulder. So like I do that. That's just if I move my arm, that's the noise that occurs. Which is part of the reason I go to an RMT. Because remember when I've said before that I have joint and connective issue problems? I may or may not have downplayed it a little bit, but that's okay. I do promise I'm taking better care of myself. A tighter throat mean a more feminine voice? Absolutely not. A tighter throat means that you fucked your throat and you're not talking properly. And it leads to a lot of pain, especially in the long term, especially if you talk a lot, which is what I do. I talk a lot, especially not just on stream, but in general. Like my raccoon day job also means that I have to talk a decent amount. And if the muscles in your throat are too tight, usually it's because you're not talking properly, or you're using the wrong muscles to be able to talk. And your body has like incorrectly learned the way to do it, which sometimes, you know, you might not even notice, because if you don't talk a ton, then it's not really gonna be a huge issue. But when you're like me and everything that you do requires a decent amount of yappity yap yap, it does mean that it can slowly get worse. And so that's where we are a year in. Yeah, that's where we are a year in. Yeah. You've had a click in your jaw since you were a child? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've always, I've never really had a problem with my jaw until about 2 years ago. So for me, it was very much just like an all of a sudden, everything hurt terribly. And I, of course, was told it would go away. Don't worry, it'll go away. Just give it some time. Take some Tylenol. I'm so sick and tired of being told to take Tylenol, man. The phrasing was something, what do you mean? Tight throat and fucked are words that should not be used in the same sentence? What do you mean? I wasn't saying like... Look, I get told all the time that I have a dirty mind, okay? But like, not... Come on. Although, to be fair, part of the reason why I didn't just like post like, hey, having health issues, including like jaw and throat, is because I was like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm gonna fucking post that and some bitch is gonna be like, haha, it's because I fucked her throat. And I would be like, God fucking damn it, random person on Twitter. So I can't say that thought didn't come to my mind, because it was literally the immediate reason as to why I didn't like name, here's some of the things that are the reason I can't stream this week. Cause yeah, you know what? The other girls do say that I have a dirty mind, and I can't disagree with that. Cause the fact that was something that I thought about, and it wasn't just like me posting, here's a list of my random things. And like, I thought about it. I was like, maybe we don't say like, hey, I've got to take the week off because my throat's fucked, my jaw's fucked, and I might have cancer. So just, it's fine. By the way, for those of you who are coming in who didn't hear the beginning, I don't have cancer. A 99% chance that I do not have cancer. The 1% I should know in the next 2 days, I promise. Just to clarify. I did have to go through a number of tests. Don't have cancer. Yeah. I mean, on the other hand, that does mean that there's something wrong with me, that we're just like we're like, I don't know, she's just fucked, but yeah. The only annoying thing about your clicking jaws when you're singing and screaming, you can't open your jaw all the way. Yeah. Josh, you suck ass, man. They're terrible. Welcome to the Tanuki stream, new viewer. Yeah, I guess that's one way. You know, like if someone just randomly like fucking came in and that's what they get. You deep-throated a 20k mic to check for cancer? Yeah. I want to deep-throat a $20,000 mic, but specifically to check my vocal folds. Which is why I need to go into an EMT. But trying to get there, it has been a problem. It's been an issue, which sucks, because I would very much like to. Do people actually do that? Oh, it's like a laryngoscopy. Anything with scopy on the end just means that you're chucking a camera down, like they're checking it with a camera. Yeah. But it's the way that they also check for like vocal nodules or like inflammation, or to see if they've been burned by acid or anything. But we've already tested for me if I've had GERD or anything. It's not acidic. It's not acidic in any way, because when I was taking medication for that, it didn't help. But yeah, I need to, you know, go get someone to fucking check that out, and yet here we are, still not doing the thing. Why is it easier to get tested for cancer than it is to get any other thing? Please. Please. The fact that I had to go to so many doctors to get told that my jaw was dislocated, and yet, oh my god. Anyway, I'm sick and tired of doctors, man. Just fuck. just a little punch. Just one. It should be legal to punch someone just once, you know? Just one time. Just a little. Okay. That's what I think. I think it should be legal. Just a little bop, you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I meant a camera. Yes, thank you, Jello Noel. You are correct. Cancer's an easy test? It's really not the easiest test. There's a number. Depends on what kind of cancer, I guess. I guess it depends on what kind of cancer. Yeah. It does get you moved through lines quickly, though. And Vigor, thank you for the super. We know you aren't a Cancer because you're a Taurus. That's also true. What is my... I do have Cancer in my chart, though. I learned this, and I was very sad about it, because the one person I've met in my life who was a Cancer I was not overly fond of. She was my best friend for a long time. And she took advantage of many people. So I was very sad to learn that. Anyway, I've told you guys that the last roommate that I had was like really, really into astrology, right? Yeah. So I learned. I think it's... Oh, it's two. It's my Venus and my Mars, which is the way that you love and the way that you're angry. Which is emotionally and violent. I believe I was told it was violently emotional, very reactive, and slightly passive aggressive. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is. Good night, sexy. Good night. I hope that you're having a good night. I hope you have a good one. Yes. Have a good eat. Get lots of good rest. Yes. Sounds about right. Yeah. Sounds about right. Slightly is doing a lot of work. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I care deeply for the people that I care about, okay? We're gonna leave that there. It's fine. I'm just very protective. Yeah. I feel like Yeah, I've said this before. Every time I got told a new thing that was in that stupid chart by my roommate at the time, I just kept being like, wow, I'm a giant fucking stereotype. Wow, I'm a giant fucking stereotype. Wow, this is great. You saying we should be allowed to hit one person reminds me of a comedian that once said everyone should be allowed to hit one pedestrian a year with their car without legal consequences. I mean, I don't know about that one. Me being a pedestrian who almost gets hit by cars all the fucking time because people don't goddamn look before they turn right. Terrible. What do you mean secretly obsessive, Nas? I'm pretty sure I'm open about being decently possessive. Yeah, I don't know. I say that it's a caveat, you know? I'm not like openly super possessive. I'm not openly super possessive. Mainly because I've worked incredibly hard to not be. You know, because people think it's weird when they go out and hang out with other friends, and then you're like, did you have fun when you went out with so-and-so? Yeah. Cool. We're still hanging out tomorrow, right? And the next day, too, right? Right? People find that weird. So now you just have to think it in your head, you know? You have to think it in your head. So instead of me, just telling you guys, like, you know, I'm gonna stream tomorrow and you guys are gonna be there, right? You're gonna be here and we're gonna hang out, and you're definitely gonna come hang out with me, right? You're not just gonna leave. You're not gonna disappear, never come back, right? You're not gonna leave me by myself. You would never do that to me. Instead, I go, I'll see you next time. Yeah, because otherwise it's weird. Because I've been told that it is not cool to do that. Possessive of my genmates? I am vaguely possessive and jealous of my genmates. But it's fine. It's okay, you know? That being jealous is normal. Yes. Being jealous is normal. And you just have to be able to work through it in a healthy manner. Yes. Cyon when she sees another VTuber stream on her day off. To some extent, you're not incorrect. To some extent, there are times when I'll like see when I'm lurking and I'll see people and I'm like, I see. But then I have to be like, Cyon, you fucking do exactly the same thing, you dumb bitch. I have to be like, girl, you literally talk about how much you love other VTubers and like tell other people to go support them. You can't be this fucking hypocritical, you stupid cunt. Yeah. So like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's kind of like when I say like, do as I say and not as I do, you know? It's very, I know that it's a very hypocritical thing. Yeah. Because on one hand, I'm like, go, enjoy, here's all these cute VTubers. I'll introduce you to every single cute VTuber in the world. And then there's something in me that still does go like, oh, I see that they're checking out the cute VTuber girls, hey? Same. But at the same time, same. But. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's very much don't bling us when you're winged, Tanuki. I know. I'm not testing you. I'm not. It is very much for me. It's one of those like, I don't want to say it's like a deep-seated issue, but at the same time, it kind of fucking is, I guess. Yeah. Like if you guys met me, let's say like 10 years ago, very different person. Very different Tanuki, much more possessive Tanuki. But yeah, it's still very much. I can't say that I'm not to some extent still like possessive, because I am to some extent. But I know that like there's healthy amounts of jealousy to have in any given relationship, and there's also like unhealthy amounts of jealousy that should probably just be checked. Yes. Yeah, I know we're hitting the 1 hour. I promise I'm paying attention. I'm thinking I'll probably end at an hour and a half. I'm feeling okay-ish. There's some strain in my throat, some strain in my jaw, but I'm okay, I think, to go for a little bit longer. Yeah. You feel weird calling some jealousy healthy? I mean, there's like certain amounts that are okay because it's like, you're it means that you're invested, right? It means that you're invested in something. Obviously you can be invested in something and not feel jealousy as well, right? You could just be like a very non-jealous person. That's perfectly fine as well. But for a lot of people, a little bit of jealousy is okay, as long as you can still like think rationally and be like, yeah, okay, I'm jealous that they went out with this other person today, but I know that doesn't mean that they're not my friend, and we're still gonna go have fun another time, so it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, and it kind of shows that like, you are really invested in whatever that is. Kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like FOMO. Yeah, kind of like FOMO. Yes. Yeah, but yeah, it's only okay if you don't let it get the better of you. Exactly, Wumpy, exactly. You've learned to let go of your jealousy. You used to be very influenced it when you were younger. Yeah, exactly. I've had to work really hard, really hard to not be overly jealous of just about everyone in my life. I was, very, very possessive of friends. And I wouldn't always necessarily let it show, but it's also not healthy to let it like fester, cause then that causes trouble in like friendships or anything else, I would assume as well, right? Like if you're really jealous and it becomes an issue inside of you and then they don't know why you're mad, but you're mad, that's a problem. Yeah. Hasn't let us out of the basement. I don't know what you're talking about, Pon. Getting back in the basement. You're not allowed up here. But it's fine, it's okay. It's definitely perfectly a-okay. Yeah, I don't know. Some jealousy is okay. And being like somewhat possessive or protective of your friends is also okay. As long as you're still able to like remember that they're their own person, they have their own wants, they have their own needs. They have things that they like that they might not necessarily want to do it with you or at the same time as you, and you have to be okay with that. And yeah. I will say it took me a hot second to figure that out. Must have been scary in the past. I was decently possessive. I say decently. I was pretty. Yeah, like I said, I was really possessive over like my friendships and stuff. Because I've had some decently traumatic things go down. I have abandonment issues. I've said this before. I have some abandonment issues. I have some trust issues. I have some other things that have gone down that like mean that the way that I viewed people for a hot second was not necessarily the most healthy. But I figured it out. I've done my time. And by that I mean in therapy, not in jail. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah. I also had a lot of energy in the past, and I didn't have a ton of places to funnel it, so that probably didn't help, right? If, you have a lot of energy and you only have like a very small friend group or something, then all of your time and attention is being funneled into like 3 or 4 people, right? For example, yeah. Because I've said this before too. Not that I don't know if I've necessarily always said that I was had a lot of energy when I was younger, but I've definitely said that I use all of my energy in like my early 20s. I was, very, very, very energetic. Very, very, very energetic, yes. Maybe not in my 20s, before my 20s. End of high school, beginning of university, maybe? Somewhere around there. I only ever have gotten less energetic. Yes. It's only ever been a downward slope. Life drains you? I guess so. Although I'm still told that I've had people tell me that I'm somehow both a cozy streamer and like a high energy streamer, which I don't fucking understand. I don't think I'm either. I don't think I'm very cozy, and I don't think that I'm very energetic, and yet here we are. Somehow people term me as both. I really don't understand. Your social battery is very limited. That is a mood. That is a mood. I love my friends. One day a week would be the absolute most I could do. That's so much. Oh, it's so much. Or I mean, some of them I've lived with, and that's fine. But like my friends who are extroverts, you know, they want to do so much. They want to do so many things. Cyon early 20s, full of energy. Cyon a few years later, I don't want to live past 60. No, to be fair, I haven't wanted to live past 60 since I was like 16. That's nothing new. That's nothing new. Sun can go 0 to 100 in an instant. Okay, that's also true. I can also go 100 to 0 in an instant, though. You know, all it takes is one thing. Got a hobby. Hobby you're super into at the age, but you did it like every day for a very, very long time, and now you're like, I really have to be in a mood to do it. Cosplay. Cosplay. Yeah. I cosplayed for many years. Yes. That was something that I funneled a lot of my time and attention into. Gaming as well. Yeah, gaming as well. Reading to some extent as well. That's something that's still with me. I still do enjoy doing some reading. Yeah. But photography. Oh, photography's fun. I picked that up for a short period of time. I have like a little automatic digital one that was really good for, mainly it was apparently a really good vlogging camera, not that I ever fucking used it for that purpose. But it also did have a manual mode, and then I have a couple of friends who are photographers, so I stole one of their cameras, and I did figure it out at one point, and you know, getting all there's so many things that you have to make sure you get right when you're doing photography, like proper photography, not just like in auto. But yeah, I played with that for a hot second. It was fun, but it didn't really seem worth the time commitment for me to learn everything at the same time as I was still juggling a lot of other stuff. So I ended up doing a lot of photos for people with just a little auto, like on automatic, which still photography, but you know, I think way less interesting than like learning all of the things that were more manual. Yeah. So I did photography for cosplay friends for a while. I did. I don't know. Some of you might know if you're into like cosplay stuff or into photography for like if you did it around conventions or whatever. But there was a hot second where every single cosplayer had prints. Like prints were just like a really, really popular thing for a hot second. That and like Polaroids, I think, was the other thing. So I became an impromptu photographer for a lot of my friends in that particular area. You're good at Photoshop? I'm okay at Photoshop. I wouldn't say that I'm good. I learned how to make skin look nicer. That's approximately it, honestly. I learned how to make skin look
escape
nicer.
now.
I never really got the hang of like doing dodging and blurring to make shadows look cool.
Thanks for joining.
Or burning things to make them look a little different or anything. I can't make makeup look.
Welcome,
good.
welcome.
I don't have the artistic hand for that shit. And Doom King, thank you for the
Thanks for
10
joining.
gifted memberships. Thank you. And if you did get hit by one of those and you're here,
Now
please
you're
do make
stuck
sure
with
to
us.
thank our lovely Doom King and welcome on in. Yes. Yes.
Now you're stuck with
You
us.
should take photos to not need Photoshop, generally, but sometimes,
Welcome.
when it comes to cosplay in particular,
Escape now.
the assumption that comes along with a lot of
Now you're
photos
stuck with us.
is very different than
Come on in.
like normal photography, like cosplay, photographing like cosplayers or like influencers. Things for like social media is very, very different than like other photography, because just because it's a good photo doesn't mean that it is what they want to be posting. Does that make sense? Yeah. Every photo you'll see online has some photo editing, even if it's minor. Yes. If it hasn't gone through an actual program to be edited, they've probably used an app. And I say they as if I didn't do the fucking exact same thing. Yeah, there's a weird like Jella Noel said, a certain expectation in terms of what's posted online is like, it's very, very curated. Even if it's not been, even if it's not actually been through any sort of editing software, there is very specific lighting and posing, and it's one photo out of like 328 sort of idea, you know? Yeah, things that people post a lot of the time are incredibly curated, especially if they've gotten a big audience. People who, are just doing it for funsies and to like remember things, usually they don't care as much. You're gonna find a lot more that isn't edited, a lot more that isn't very meticulously posed and lit. But if you look at people who do cosplay both as a hobby and as a job, you're gonna find a lot more things that are like, very, very specifically posted, Lighting is one of the biggest things. Yeah, it's really hard to get like really good light. And it also depends on what you're trying to go for, right? Because you can get something with really nice soft lighting that looks fantastic in certain outfits, certain poses, but it'll look absolutely fucking terrible if you were to do like, you want something that has higher contrast. You want something that looks edgy, that's gonna be atrocious. Yeah. Yes, I know. Thank you, Nas. Yes. Yeah, lighting is really interesting. Lighting is really fun to play with as well, especially when there's a lot more options nowadays than, when I was originally into photography doing cosplay stuff. Because now, instead of getting like light and gels that you have to connect to like your flashes and stuff, you can still use that and do the flashes and stuff. But now instead of just using gels, you can get like sticks that like change different colors, like the LED stuff, and have whole areas lit in different places. You can set up panels. It's not just like, oh, here's my reflector and my flash, which is kind of how it was for a really, really long time. If anyone did, when I first started cosplay, it was a hot fucking second ago, but if people did photography, maybe they had a flash, maybe they had a reflector if they were really cool, But nowadays, there's a lot of things. You've got the people pull out dishes, people pull out like LED things for different colors, more portable like smoked things or options. I haven't seen people use smoke bombs in a hot second. So time consuming though. You have to buy and bring a crap ton of gear. Yeah. There's certain photographers that are really, really well known in certain areas of cosplay for always having exactly the same setup, and they won't bring a big setup, but there's one particular guy who wears a dome, like flash, on his back, like a backpack, and has a big camera. And he just walks around every single con he goes to. And he doesn't need the big setup. He has everything that he wants on his back. And it works really well. And he's become really well known for it. He's very friendly. But like that's, you know, you don't need this whole big setup. But then you look, oh my God, I don't know if any of you guys have been. If you went to AX, you will have probably seen just tons of people that have like multiple light setups. And they're set up in one particular place. They'll go out, grab someone and go back. I can't imagine having to fucking do that. I cannot imagine having to do that. To be fair, even just dragging around a big like disc, like a fucking flash thing on your back also does not sound fantastic. AX looks fun. Yeah. You think you know who I mean? Yeah. If you it's one of those things. If you're in the cosplay, like in that particular part of the cosplay community, and you see, there's a couple of guys who go to like a lot of different conventions, and they're always posting photos. So they have very specific setups. But yeah, there's one guy who he just walks around. He doesn't carry anything in his hands because it's all attached to him, which is good for them. He's figured that shit out. He, you know, that's what they do. Yeah. If you, I didn't cosplay this year, but I have cosplayed in the past. There are reasons that I don't say what I've cosplayed past like very, very popular things. Yeah, because I know some of you guys also are convention goers. To which I've been told that this is another one of those things that I'm like apparently really hypocritical for. But I'm like, no, like I like going to conventions, and people are like, don't you fucking hate like slow walkers and busy spaces and stuff? Like, don't you hate going outside? I'm like, yeah, but not for conventions. That's different. And they're like, how the fuck is that different? Because like it's a place where I can like, I don't have to be me. I'm not Cyon when I go to a convention, you know? I'm like whoever I'm dressed up as. I'm like, and like if I want to be this big like annoying loud person, I can be, and I can go out of my way to like, you know, get pictures or like hang out or do whatever. But like also if I want to just like sit in a corner, no one is gonna pay any attention to me because I'm just one more cosplayer in a crowd of cosplayers, you know? But also it's a place where like it's comfortable because I know a lot of people who like at least in passing I may have at least met once or twice. Like there's and everyone at the very least likes anime, which is not something you can say in day-to-day life because what the fuck do I talk to a normal person about? I have no fucking clue. I have absolutely no idea. So at least I have something in common with everyone there, and a lot of people who go to anime conventions are a little bit awkward, and I'm a little bit awkward. So I'm more than a little bit awkward. I'm more than a little bit awkward, but you know, it makes me feel a little bit better because I don't have to feel quite so self-conscious about being me because like I feel like everyone's a little self-conscious about being them, and so we're all just kind of being weird together in this like giant puddle. Yeah. You're not awkward, you talk to random people at cons. Yeah. I'm not that person. People will sometimes talk to me, but I very rarely will I try to talk to someone that I haven't at least been introduced to previously at a convention. Anyway, you'd be like, these are my kin. Yes, exactly. On that note, though, my throat has just attempted to fucking murder itself. Just all of a sudden, it decided it is quite. It doesn't hurt, but it's quite all of a sudden quite strange. You can probably hear the difference. This is about as loud as I'm getting right now, even though I am talking at the same level that I was previously. I think one of the muscles was just like, and we're fucking done here. So, I'm gonna have to do some fun little exercises afterwards. But yeah, so this is what it is. I don't know why all of a sudden it's decided to get so much worse than it was, because it's been strained for a hot second, but now it will reach the point where like it's like I can feel it physically, the muscles being tense, well faster than used to be the case. So I apologize, but we will be doing shorter streams and some other silly little things for a hot second. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming out, and I apologize that this wasn't the most fun stream or the longest stream, but I wanted to just, you know, hang out for a hot second and let you guys know what was up so you weren't completely in the dark, because I know that you know, I mentioned medical things, but I didn't really give you anything more than that. So I wanted to try to take away some worry, or at least give a little bit of transparency as to what's going on. Yes. Yeah. But we should be back to having some streams next week. Lighter schedule than usual, probably, and shorter streams than usual, but I really missed you guys, so I wanted to come hang out. Wanted to come say hi. I wanted to come make sure that you guys are doing well. You better be taking care of yourselves, you know. If I'm trying to take care of myself really hard, then you have to make sure that you're doing that too, right? Because if I get all better and then you guys are all sick, that's not worth it. That's not worth it, okay? It's a promise, it's a promise. If I'm taking care of myself, you guys have to too. But yes, let me see who is up and around. Yes. It's not super late, so there should be. Ooh, Hio's going. Ooh, Kana's also going. Wait, what's Kana doing? I don't often get to raid into Kana. Ooh, Kana's doing some Minecraft. Hio is doing. Oh. Okay, Hio's doing. She's at a con right now, so she's streaming her con things. Yes, I think we're gonna raid into Kana, just cause she's doing some Minecraft SMP things. So let me just set that up really quickly. Let's see. Kana. Okay, let's go give Kana all of our love, and yes, do all the fun little things. And yeah. You're young, go punch a doctor, you'll be okay. That's a mood. That is absolutely a mood. But yes, I'll see you guys soon. I can't wait to see you guys again and start streaming. But yes, I'll see you guys shortly. I'll shortly. Take care. Okay? All right. Sayonara. Bye-bye.